Rain to Rain was a great film following just this great fellowship of women, all healing together, all finding inner peace together, and finding a connection between each other and healing each other. Um, I loved seeing women supporting women in this and finding that common ground and connection. I also enjoyed the dance in between the shots of them and their dialogue. We have this interesting abstract interpretive dance that they're doing together, which I thought was a great way of representing that connection that they have and the way that they are supporting each other through this. And I thought that the message was really great. Just the message of healing in order to serve something higher than yourself. I thought it was a really powerful message, and just having these women support each other in that was also really cool to see. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film.
I really enjoyed From Rain to Rain. I think you did a great job. First of all, I love the setting. As someone who grew up in Texas, love the Marfa exhibit in the desert. I think it's really fun. Now that I got that out of the way, I think you did a great job of bringing this group of women together and kind of showing the intimacy of finding a space, like a safe space to express pain and find healing, and how you kind of have to get away to fully express that. And you do a great job introducing these characters and showing this community in a way that felt really natural, and very it made sense. I think a lot of times with shorts and stuff like this, there's a lot to establish in a short amount of time, and to create the sense of, this is a community. It can kind of feel off, but I think that you made a really safe and natural space to where I understood, yes, this is where she is coming to express herself and find this safety and healing within this community. So I really want to commend you for that. It made sense. It was really, really beautiful. It came together to be a really well done, I think, healing piece. Very, very well done.
Hi, these are my comments on Rain to Rain. I love the opening drone shot or crane shot in this. I thought that the pushing into location and getting the shot of the desert was really beautiful, and like creating the oasis of like Black women in the center was really smart and really effective. And overall, I really enjoyed the structure of this short. I think that having the discussion was very necessary. It felt very Lauryn Hill-esque in terms of juxtaposing the narrative itself with like the discussion of the narrative. And then interspersing that with the really beautiful choreography, I thought was really smart. And I love the way that scene of the dancers is designed and set, with the stark blue and the stark white, plus their costume design. I think it was really beautiful and really effective, and very interesting to see it set against like these same dancers and creators, the same people who are dancers, like having a discussion about what it is to be loved, and finding oneself. So to see these creators like outside of the element, existing as like people and interacting, I thought was really interesting and a really strong choice. Overall, like I love the message. I think that everything that was being said over the voiceover was really powerful, and the idea, especially as a Black woman, of reclaiming one's agency and power, was really, really beautifully illustrated in this abstract way.
I loved the message in Rain to Rain. The fact that they showed that sometimes you need to get away just to be able to heal. Self-healing is important, whether you do it by yourself or, better yet, with a community that you can trust. In her case, it was a community within her sisterhood, and friends. It does a powerful message that sometimes we get too much in the material things, and we forget to ask God about what we should do next and find our strength. It's something that we need to all work on, and that's what this film really implies, is that sometimes you have to work on strengthening your own spirit in order to understand what is happening and why, and instead of focusing on the negative, it will help you focus more on the positive. And I think as humans we all tend to go to the negative, and we do forget that. And this film very powerfully showed that you do need to rely on other people sometimes, even when it's hard. You need to be able to speak about what you're going through, and most importantly, you need to turn to God when things are tough and figure out what He's wanting for us. It's what I got from this film, and it's what made it powerful.
Rain to Rain. I loved the wide open spaces of the desert for these ideas and images to bounce off of. I felt like an honored guest to be invited into this journey of rich images, feelings, and ideologies as a sisterhood being shared. And it felt like a sacred space, which is not always the easiest thing to create in film. Create something that feels visceral and like a community. I love that they said it at that iconic Prada art installation in the desert in Marfa. Just such a striking contrast, but also for them to be dressed like the queens, the celebrities, the stars that they are, amongst the backdrop that they've been bouncing off of was pretty brilliant.
First off, Rain to Rain has a very clever title. I think very efficiently conveys its themes. It's about trying to find a space to heal from wounds. So the association between rain and tears is very clever and subtle, and kind of speaks to the way the whole film works. Really, that kind of level of subtle association and poetry. But it does also convey this important theme, with a tenderness, like an emotional tenderness and a hopefulness that's very stirring and effective. And I like the interspersing of this sort of kind of physical, almost dance sequences. They kind of seem to viscerally capture the themes of connection and healing, give them extra emotional weight by playing them out physically and visually, which I think just add up to something really moving and clever.